start the handoff. Kenny Caraway in the building. Oh, got to get that mic on. There we go.
What up?
There he is. Kenny Caraway. Hey, I'm glad you're here. We're talking Timberwolves Nuggets now.
I'm on wax. Y'all heard me on Friday. Maybe you didn't.
I didn't.
I said Minnesota in 6.
Oh,
I thought they could give the Nuggets trouble, but I've kind of been on this tip of the Nuggets just being this machine that is just going to kind of churn over everybody. And then that didn't happen in game 1. It started to. Minnesota's up 1 million. And then the Nuggets, just like James and I always talk about, just this methodical, it's okay, going to turn the faucet off offensively, going to score on every single freaking offensive possession. Like, oh my God. But Minnesota has an ability to crank up the defensive intensity enough. And they have a bona fide superstar in Anthony Edwards who is not afraid of this moment.
I don't know if you can guard him. We talk about Jokic being, I mean, you put somebody his size on him and he kind of bullies the dude. You know what I mean? Or he shoots over him or whatever. You try to put, more size on him, like a taller guy, he blows by him.
Aaron Gordon is such a good defender and he just has nothing for him.
It's too quick for Aaron Gordon.
Way too quick.
And on top of that, nobody's going to stop Jokic or anything else like that. But Minnesota is probably the best equipped to play against Denver.
Yeah.
One of the things that I thought they did a great job of in game 1, and this is the way, in my opinion, to play Nikola Jokic, is you just go play him one-on-one.
Yep.
And say, Jokic, if you want to score 45 tonight, go ahead and score 45. You're going to score 45 with 5 assists, though. You're not going to have 27 with 13 assists.
Yep.
Because now we're cooked.
Yep.
And on top of that, because I remember, where was he at? He was in Phoenix. Steve Nash was in Phoenix going up against Dallas. And he would, in the playoffs, and he had like these 40-point games or whatever. And basically Dallas was like, we don't think you even want to do that. We don't even think you want to score 40. So we're going to let you go one-on-one, give you every shot at opportunity you want. And we'll dare you to average 45 for this series. Not because you can't, because we don't even think you want to do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same thing here with Jokic. Like, average 40 for the series. I'll take my chances with that. I don't even think you want to do that. You'll start to get gun shy.
32-9 in that first game.
For Jokic?
With 8 rebounds.
And
3 steals.
He shot 9 3-pointers. The last time he shot 9 3-pointers was March 8th of last year.
That's a lot for Jokic.
Yeah. I think the play, the signature play in that game was, to me, and the reason that I have so much optimism about the Timberwolves now is that lob where Jokic comes off the roll and he's getting downhill and it's just lobbed Aaron Gordon every single time. Like, that's just an easy bucket. It's a pet play for them. And Rudy Gobert can guard them both. Where Jokic starts getting downhill, he takes a step out on him, lob comes up, tips it away. It's like, there's just not that many dudes in the NBA that can do that.
No, man. No, and you got a guy like Cat on that front line as well, who's a 6'10" guy. You know what I mean? That maybe you could switch off and, and he can help or do whatever. You got options. You know what I mean? You're not paralyzed if Rudy gets in foul trouble or anything like that. So I think it's I don't want to say a bad matchup for Denver. Denver could easily win, but I think Minnesota has a lot of those pieces that you need to knock off of them.
Do you think Minnesota can win the series?
I mean, sure.
Do you think they will?
I don't think they will. Okay. I still think it's going to be Denver, but I do also think that no one has anyone to match up with Ant-Man. And that's so tough. I mean, talk about, this is a moment that I'm sure Michael Malone was fretting. This is a moment where you realize how much you miss Bruce Brown. Where there's
great point.
There's nothing you could do to keep him. He signed a ridiculous contract. Good for him. And so, yeah, like Christian Brown is good, but he's just not good enough, especially right now, to defend a player like this. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope can give you minutes there, but he's not going to stop him. And if you would have that one extra body to throw at him, you probably would have had, a little bit better chance to limit him. But they're too gifted offensively because if you shut the faucet off with him, Naz Reid can still get you, Cat can still get you. And, they busted him up, and that was with with Jaden McDaniels going 0 for 7 from the field and scoring 0.
That's not going to happen again because he is showing himself to be a major player in these playoffs. So that performance, I don't expect to happen again.
Well, go ahead. Well, his ability to defend Michael Porter Jr. is going to be one of the biggest things, and his ability to even go and defend Jamal Murray and take Jamal Murray away. That's what's going to that could be another turning point for them. I don't know. It's a much better series than I thought it would be.
The other crazy thing about that, when you're talking about taking Jamal Murray away, that man Ant-Man might end up taking Jamal Murray away. The best defender, perimeter defender in the series might be Anthony Edwards.
Man,
that's how crazy he is, man. This dude he get after it on defense.
Anthony Edwards in the regular season had a true shooting percentage of 57.5%. And that's shooting efficiency that takes into account the difference between free throw, 2-point, 3-point. 57.5% in the regular season, which is a strong number. In the playoffs, he's up to 65.6.
Yeah, he's
200
elevated.
Minutes.
Yeah,
he has a 30.3 PER in 5 playoffs.
Oh man, this guy,
he's ridiculous.
This is his moment right here. It's feeling like it's his moment right here. Let's see if he can take advantage of what's going on and knock off the defending champs. But he's having a moment.
I would say the other thing about him is that we're just seeing the beginning. I think that's why everybody is so excited, because if his moment isn't right now, it certainly will be next year. It could be this summer playing for Team USA. It could be, next season. It could be the season after that. We're going to see him continue to build on what he's doing here. And again, it's going to cost to keep that team together, but I don't think they're going to have to dismantle. I think that they're going to be able to keep that team together a lot like Denver is. And this is probably going to be the matchup that we see again and again and again, and then throw in OKC. And all of a sudden you've got 3 teams that are coming up that, again, Denver is going to be older and going to, fall apart sooner. But the other group, the other 2 teams are going to be, really, really good. And that's where, if you're Monty McNair, if you're, again, Vivek Ranadive and the Kings, you have to figure out how do you get that next step. And that's where we talked about Brandon Ingram. It's almost like you have to go do something like that. You have to go chase a Brandon Ingram, or you have to go chase a big name player, because that's what you're up against. You're up against these other teams that are just really, really talented and are going to be for the next 5 years while that's your window as well.
Yeah.
Real quick before you get out of here, did you see how things evened out real quick with the Warriors and the T-Wolves? You kind of see that set, how that played out?
No.
So obviously the T-Wolves passed on Steph Curry. Draft. Johnny Flynn, and they passed on Steph Curry
twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Well, allegedly, Minnesota tried to trade the top pick in that Anthony Edwards draft to Golden State. Golden State declined. And it's all evened out.
I could see Steve Kerr not liking Anthony Edwards for sure.
I
could 100% see that.
They passed on Steph.
Yeah.
Seemed like the Warriors then passed on Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ricky Rubio, Johnny Flynn, back-to-back picks at number 5 and 6.
Yeah. 5 and 6.
Well, ESPN 1320 Sacramento sports leader. It's maybe the last sports you hear for a couple hours. So I hope everybody enjoyed. It's on and popping. It's on and popping.
Is it though?
Oh, we got a lot to talk about.
Not to talk about a blowout.
Ain't no blowout. Ain't no blowout. I'll tell you that right now. Ain't no blowout. Ain't no blowout. It depends on what your criteria is, though.
It was 4-2, but it wasn't close.
I don't know, man. I think Kendrick won if it's over.
Sure.
But
if it's over.
Family matters in the hard part 6. If we talking bars and ain't no blowout.
Okay.
That boy Drizzy showed up.